I mean, shit, to be honest with you, man, she's a
bad things, fine as hell, thick as fuck, oh my god, that's my baby, Caroline.
If you tell me this wig is not my hair, I need you to BFFR. Be fucking for real, because this is giving scalp, okay? It is scalp, actually. It's not even giving, it is. Like, just get into it. Chai, it's too good. I play too much. Hello, everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Caroline Destiny. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys through the full process of how I got this look and just help you guys give scalp the way that I'm giving right now in this video, okay? So if you're interested in all the information, deets, tricks, all of that, stay tuned and let's get right into today's video. The wig I'll be working with today is from OMG Her Hair. I've worked with them in the past, but this unit that they sent me, wow, really the start of this whole entire install. I would not have been able to achieve the look that y'all saw if it wasn't for this wig. OMG Hair specializes in making pre-customized wigs, meaning that the knots have been bleached for you, the customized the hairline as well for you. So literally it is ready to go right out of the box. They sent me their Yaki straight texture, 22 inches, 180% density. And this was a 360 unit wig, meaning that it had lace in the front and as the back as well. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this wig, she's pricey. It's one of those higher range wigs, but I'm telling you, the quality is there. Y'all know I don't try to really recommend or say I like a hair in my videos. I mainly try to keep it to demonstration purposes only, but I really have to say I was very impressed with the pre-customization. Like, look at those knots. They are perfectly bleached. The hairline as well has been very plucked for you. Like, I did no work at all as far as a pre-customization. This honestly has to be one of the most natural wigs I've worked with, as in the Yaki texture literally matches my relaxed hair texture, as well as just how very plucked this hairline was. Definitely a very natural looking wig that I feel like is worth the investment. Because I'm sick and tired of burning my forehead with my hot comb, I decided I'm gonna put the wig on my mannequin head and press out the roots and hairline first. This way I can burn the mannequin and leave my skin to rest a bit. So I'm going in with my hot comb at 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is super hot like I like it. And I'm just parting the hair section by section and pressing down the hair nice and flat. Y'all know this is the key to get any wig, no matter what quality it is, to be as flat as possible. Like I'm saying, you section the hair out piece by piece and press it out. Not just, you know, little thing where you put the hot comb over the top and just press it through there. No, babes, that's not gonna do it. You gotta go section by section. And then once you've pressed out the hairline properly, I like to go back in and just press the roots upward to kind of give that, you know, it's growing out of my scalp illusion. Because I always feel like whenever I press it down flat all the way, it's still giving wig. I feel like a little pressed up root just really just makes it look super natural. It's like saying, I'm not afraid to show the roots of my hair because I know it's gonna look natural. Does that make sense? Anyways, so I went ahead and did the other side off camera. And y'all get into this hairline. Y'all see that? This is 100% them. I did not do any customizing at all besides the root pressing that y'all just saw. Like, this hairline is one of the most plucked hairlines I've seen. Some might even say a little bit too plucked, but for me, I like it like this. To finish everything off, I'm using my wax stick to kind of just get rid of those flyaways and pressing it over again with that hot comb. But yeah, now we are ready to install her. Since this was a 360 wig, it has lace literally all around. So the first thing I'm doing is just cutting down where my ears normally would sit. And I'm cutting a little slit in there just to make cutting easier. And I always just cut the lace off the back. Unless you plan on doing a updo type of situation, I never really use the lace in the back of these 360 units because something about gluing the lace in the back of your head, for me, it doesn't seem very practical for my type of hairline. And of course, don't forget to secure your elastic band on the side. Not elastic band, but the little adjustable band that comes in most units. I always find it that the wig fits a lot better whenever I take my time to clip those on, if it's more like circular on my head. Once I have the clips nice and secure, I'm just going in with a nude wig cap, and my wig caps are really just to help protect my braids from getting stuck on the clips. I don't really do bald cap methods, especially for like the glueless spray that I use. I feel like bald cap methods are really best for an actual gluing down of your unit. I went ahead and just, slap the wig on. Normally I always tint my lace first, but this wig, since everything was kind of very pre-customized for you, I thought I didn't have to tint the lace. But after putting the wig on, I felt the lace was an exact match for my skin tone, so I did go ahead and take it off and use my foundation to get it to be the exact skin tone match. I always like to use a blow dryer to just blow down the foundation to make sure it's oxidizing first. That's why it's best to test the foundation shade on your forehead, like on your actual skin, let it oxidize to see if it's the right color. Because if you didn't know, foundation after it's like dried up properly sometimes can get a bit darker because it oxidizes. But now you can see the color is a much better match to my skin tone. The lace is literally melting into my skin. And let's get into this hairline. I know I keep gassing this hairline up, but it's just so freaking nice, y'all. Now to really just help me get a perfect customization for my head shape, I'm going in at an angle and just pulling out all the extra hairs that come down too far on my head. Naturally, I do have a little bit of a widow's peak, but it does not come down that far. So I'll just going in at an angle to get that widow's peak effect. And right here, like a savage, I just literally ripped the hair out from the roots. Not all wigs can the hair come out that easily. Sometimes if the knots are really big, you can't pull it and you might need to use Nair instead. But these knots are fairly tiny, so just a good little pull down helped me get them off clean. You can't do this by cutting just that excess lace around. I found like it won't look as naturally melted if you cut it. It's best to just pull the hair out right from the root. Now I'm just going in and cutting around my ears to get a good fit, with the little side tabs and all of that. I do have a very detailed tutorial on lace cutting. If you're kind of confused on how to properly do that, you should definitely check that out. All right, now let's get into my lace laying method. One thing I do a lot differently now that I really like is I like to cut my lace off before laying it down. Here I'm using this not as sharp as it needs to be brow razor to help me get a very jagged cut on the lace. Honestly, it's best to use a very freshly sharp razor because this razor did not do a good job of cutting the lace off. Once I have cut off the lace, and I do this in sections, when I cut off the lace for the sides, I like to use my Ebin Wonder Lace Spray. This is my glueless spray. I like to just spray under the lace, mainly for the sides because you can't lift under for the rest of the sections. I spray under there, use my fingers to get a nice even spread. And here I'm pulling out my little, side baby hairs you'd call them. And I like to use this for the side part as an anchor to help me pull down the lace and get it nice and stuck, while I'm using my blow dryer on a warm setting to just push everything in. Couple tips I would give with this spray is that you want to spray as close to the lace to the front as possible, so like less spraying into the hair itself so the hair doesn't get crunchy, and more trying to be precise on spraying as close to the edge of the lace as possible. Sometimes if you get the lace, like the spray on your forehead and it dries, it does leave that little like sticky tacky residue, but that's really easy to clean up. I just get water and just wipe it, but be careful with the water around your lace because this is a water soluble product. While it is water resistant, it still comes off with a fair good amount of water on it, so just watch out for that. Another tip I would give is whenever you spray the product, I really like to use my finger to tap that out and spread it everywhere so I can really make sure I'm getting it as close to the edge and I'm covering all those surfaces. Like, you really do not need to spray so much. Like, I spray in one section, use my finger, tap that out. And then with that blow dryer and that rat tail comb combination, I'm really focusing a lot on pressing the lace down. Like, I literally want to get the edge of the lace nice and flat so it meshes right into my skin. Once I've sprayed the lace all around, I'm going in with this elastic band to just help hold down the lace. I find an elastic band works a lot better than using those satin headbands that we used to use back then. I feel like the satin headband kind of sticks too much to the lace in my opinion, so whenever I'm taking it off, it just sometimes will pull my lace off or just leaves more of a residue. The elastic band works a lot better, and you can just get you a regular sewing elastic band that you put in your clothes. That works just as well as any fancy Amazon brand will try to sell you. Since this wig was a 13x6, I really wanted to get that full deep parting, so I'm just going in and kind of, getting the part a little bit longer than how it was, and I'm using the hot comb again to help press all of that out because you want this wig to be flat. The direction in which you hot comb your hairline also really affects the final product of your hair, and there's a certain way I really wanted this hair to follow my face. Like, if you do hair a lot, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I wanted the roots to have a bit of a lift to it, but still flow very naturally. And I just couldn't figure it out at first. I kept hot combing it in the way I normally hot comb it, which is just going straight down on the hairline. And then I took off my elastic band and started hot combing the hair kind of diagonally straight down in a way. I don't know if you can tell from the video, coming down closer to my face. Be very careful while doing this because I almost burnt my eyebrows and my whole face off doing this. So be very careful while doing this. And honestly, I couldn't get this type of flatness, I realized, with the elastic band. So I had to just, risk my face and burning myself. And it was definitely worth it because I was finally able to achieve the middle part look that I've been trying to get for the longest. There's this way of you doing the middle part where the middle is still lifted, but everything else just flows. I don't know how to explain it, but visually, y'all see what I'm saying. There's a big difference in the way I normally hot comb my middle part versus now. It's about paying attention to the littlest details, as in what direction I'm doing my hot comb, that really help pay off in the final results. This Yaki texture really wanted me to go for as natural as possible for my look. So I really just wanted to make it look like it could be my real hair. So I didn't go crazy with the baby hairs. In fact, instead of baby hairs, I did more of edges, I suppose. So I just first pulled out some hairs in the front, cut them down nice and short, and instead of swooping the hairs like I would normally to form baby hairs, I just swooped those hairs back into my hairline, but just kind of did it in a slanted direction because remember, I pressed the root upwards. So to make it look very much more natural, I just swooped the hair to the side. So it kind of just looks more like it's a cleaned up version of my hairline. And to help give that soft hairline effect, I'm using mousse instead of what I usually use for my edges. And the mousse just kind of helps you manipulate the hair, but it doesn't have lots of hold, so it doesn't make the hair super hard and crunchy. Once I've laid the hairline in the way that I liked, I immediately got my elastic band to help set that mousse and the style in, because you want to get your band to lay on top of this so that way it stays flat the way that you shaped it. If you don't put your band, the hair is going to move around way too much because you got to let that mousse sit first. While the hairline is setting itself up for greatness, I'm going ahead and starting to straighten the hair out. The hair did have a little bit of a light and straightened texture, but I really want to go for a silk press effect. So here I'm just spraying my favorite two products for straightening my hair, my Garnier Fructis Flat Iron Mist, and I'm going in with this 3-in-1 hair primer, but I mainly just use it as a heat protectant in my opinion. To make sure I don't weigh down the hair with these products because they can be a little bit heavy on the hair while it's dry, I'm using my blow dryer with the pick comb attachment to just blow dry through the hair and to help evenly distribute these products. And plus, I felt like this just made straightening a lot easier, and it made the texture of the hair go from this kinky straightish to a very silky silk press type of look. And to finish the whole look, I'm going in with my flat iron on a high heat. I believe this is 410 Fahrenheit. Since this is a Yaki straight texture and it has more coarseness to it, it can handle much higher heat than the silky straight hair that I wear. Once I straightened through the hair, I wanted to just kind of give it some light layers and also just cut the ends to really clean up the look and give it more of an actual style. So first I gave the bottom of the hair just a very, even in simple blunt chop. Y'all know I love a good blunt chop out the ends. Just cutting off your ends on your installs just make it look so much more professionally done. And then I went ahead and just started adding some light, long layers, and I use my flat iron to kind of just round out those layers that I just cut to make them more noticeable. I just really like rounding out my ends when it comes to straight hair. I'm not a big fan of just pinned straight all the way down. I like a little bump at the end, you feel me? I feel like it just, I don't know, does something for me. We are almost at the finish line with this install. Last thing I'm doing here is just cleaning up the hairline because it was a little bit over plucked in the middle. So we've got some balding. I wouldn't say balding, more of maybe over bleached. I don't know what to call it. But just to fix that and clean up the part to make it look very straight, I'm using this black cover up mascara wand that I got from my beauty supply store. It's supposed to be meant for covering up grays, but you can use literally just your regular black mascara, black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, any type of makeup product that is black. Use that to just cover up any balding, over bleach, just to really clean everything up. And of course, don't forget to blend out your makeup like you blend on your face. Blend it out. I'm using this brush right here to just blend everything and not make it look as harsh. And my favorite finishing touch is adding the concealer in the middle. This just makes the part just really pop. I like using a concealer that's lighter than my actual skin tone, so it can mimic my scalp, because our scalp is lighter than our skin tone. I just generally use the the concealer that I use for under my eyes and my eyebrows. Your highlighting shade. Place that in, make sure you're blending that out as well, and bada bing, bada boom. She's done. Hairstyle is ready to go. Literally everything about this install was it's just so good. I'm watching this and editing it and I'm impressed. I impressed myself. But honestly, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to achieve a look this good if it wasn't for the customization done by OMG Her Hair. They did their thing with this. Guys, I shit you not, I literally was at Trader Joe's and I ran into this girl and she was like, your hair is so long and beautiful. And I was like, yes, thank you, it's a silk press. And she was black, so she didn't even clock that this was a wig. That's how you know this stuff was legit, because whenever you have braids, even white people want to say, oh my god, your hair grew so fast. No, it's when a fellow black babe can't even see your lace. That's how you know you've done well, okay? But yeah, let me stop talking. Thank you guys for making it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did. And I'll see you guys in another one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out, Girl Scouts. Goodbye.